Well, hey guys, welcome to ITH, and today we are going to be talking about the most ignored section of Indian markets, and that is cash market. Most of the places or the channels we always see people busy into indices, options, and mostly into FNO stocks. But there is one more section of stocks which really is good for intraday and is perfectly liquid. So I'll show you exactly with example what are the stocks that were present on Friday morning, where institutions were interested, and how those stocks performed. The reason I myself like cash stocks so much is because of the percentage of moves that we get into them and a kind of really one-way rallies that we see into cash segment. There are few misconceptions about the cash market during intraday. The first one being the liquidity issue, and I'll show you exactly with the charts and everything why there is not much of liquidity issue into these stocks. And the second thing, people often might see bigger number of stop losses in terms of percentage. That also we'll see on charts whether it's favorable or not when it comes to risk is to reward, and how we generally should manage and how generally we should be finding cash stocks with the help of the screener. So to understand what are the stocks that are present in the morning into the screener, we'll just go back to the post market thing where we do have the data for 5 days meant for back testing. So I'll just go around 9:30 and check what were the stocks that were present with us in the morning and what would be the potential stocks that we could find from the broader market as well. So I'll show you broader market as well and its functioning when it comes to cash. So I'll click on these stocks and open each of them on TradingView, and we will see if there is really some liquidity issue into these stocks, and also the percentage of stop losses that we are getting into them, whether the entries are favorable or not. Now that we have opened most of these stocks on daily time frame, and it's time to check how their performance is on daily time frame basically. So whenever you are looking at the stocks, we generally got to see the major trend of those stocks on daily time frame, and all along we are going to be marking some of the potential levels that the stock has cleared out and some of the supply zones on the upper side, so that we could at least see till where this stock could travel. If we talk about FSL did not give any kind of breakout early on. Otherwise, if it would have taken a pause around 3 to 4 percentage, we would have certainly been looking for the entries into this stock. Now let's check about Mastech. Mastech has cleared recent zones so well and has consolidated after a move, and on the upper side, if it would continue on 5-minute time frame, we would be definitely looking for some continuation, because if we go into the broader market and search Mastech here, Mastech falls into IT solutions, and if we check the major IT as well, IT was really performing well. So this cash segment is also sometimes influenced when the Nifty sector of that particular sub industry is really performing well. So if we check all along Mastech here, Mastech falls into the IT solutions, and IT solution stocks we could also see into cash as well, like Aquilia, Sonatsu, like Coforge and Bsoft. They are all from FNO market, so we could have all along track them from the major Nifty sectors. Now if we check about the Aquilia solutions, Aquilia has consolidated into a tighter range for 2 to 3 days possible reaccumulation, and these could have been the possible zones into Aquilia. Now if we talk about Aquilia, these are the kind of the setups that we get into cash, and the most preferable kind of entries is always kind of an aggressive entry in most of the cash stocks. Now if we get a favorable closing as well, we can enter at closing as well, but whenever there is a breakout in cash segment, there is always an aggressive breakout. So I just want to make it clear here that whatever strategy you are following, whether you are trying to participate aggressively or whether you are trying to participate on a closing basis, you are going to be having similar kind of results as long as you keep doing one thing. It has something to do with the consistency of your execution rule. So in cash market, we are mostly executing trades on an aggressive basis, and if we check all along other stocks as well, like Avanti Feed, if we check, Avanti Feed also was present all along in the morning, and if you wanted to trade Avanti Feed, Avanti Feed did give us a very favorable closing here itself, and one closing here above previous day high, and and the rallies in cash market are really worth. I mean, they are really rewarding, and I know that because I have been trading into cash for a longer time now. Now, if we check it on daily time frame as well, this stock had an involvement from the institutions. Otherwise, it would not be performing so well on daily time frame as well. Now, if we check, the interest of the people is increasing as the price is going up as well. So this day, if we check, the stock did not move really well. So these zones all along are reaccumulation zones into any of these stocks, whether it is FNO stock or cash stock. So all matters is price action, and those who look favorable entries, they could simply be avoiding entries like that we discussed into Akelia solutions, because everybody is not really comfortable with aggressive entries. But we'll check other stocks as well, wherever we are getting entries and where we are not getting entries. So this stock gapped up a little bit but did not sustain, and completely spending time into this zone. So BEPL, if we see the stock BEPL is standing at a really nice place here, and we have spaces till approximately good spaces till 121 here, and 117 to 121 was the percentage that we have, approximately 2 to 3 percentage. And if we have enough gaps, we could simply be going into the stock above these zones. And if we are skeptical about these zones, what best somebody can do is they can just set the trade cost to cost. If it reverses, then that's fine, you're getting out of it, just paying little brokerages, and the chances are that it is most likely going to burst out of those zones. So those who use this application, the best section to track cash stocks is institutional stocks. So here we are generally going to be finding stocks which could really have good money involved into them, and there are a lot of other factors which are influencing this section. And this leading and lagging of cash could be used only to see if some stocks from the similar sector are appearing here as well. And the broader market, as I said in the beginning of the video, that this broader market is acting as the sector for cash stocks. So if we just go and check Mastech is generally from IT solutions, and if we check that day, majorly IT is also performing really good. So all along we could just go to IT solutions or search its stock and check these stocks from cash segment which are really performing good, like the example of Akelia solution. So what do we generally see into these kind of stocks? So the difference when they are going to be giving a move could be related to price action and the zones that they have been trading in. So in this stock, I do not see any hurdles into this zone. That zone is approximately 10 to 11 percentage. On 5-minute time frame, we generally see what is the today's price action and what is the number of transactions that are happening into this stock, whether that number of transactions that are happening are better than other days. So we can just use our naked eye observation by looking at the volumes. The volumes are really thinner in this stock and does not have any significant move as well. But today the candles are really sustaining good, giving a really nice and firm move. And if we check about the transactions happening are really better and consistent. All we need to wait for is a breakout happening at a really lower price, and we use the swing lows as the stop losses, and we go for those kind of stocks. And similar is the case for Avanti feeds as well. What do we see here? We generally see a nice accumulation happening into this zone the previous day, and it is not able to give out really good moves that day. Next day we certainly see the breakout of opening ranges early on, and it is also trading above previous day highs. The money involved is decent. The stock is in motion from 2 to 3 days. All we are looking for is these kind of small pullbacks and then entry all along. And these are the stocks which really end up giving good risk is to reward ratios, and the failure percentage is somewhere lesser than FNO market. And addressing the issue for liquidity, I do not see any kind of liquidity issue here, because the number of buyers and sellers are present here in ample amount. And if somebody wants to verify individually as well, they can simply check the order flow of these stocks, because order flow will give you exact number of executions happening. And there are previous videos that I have also created on the liquidity thing using order flow, because I bought the subscription of order flow uh, just to show it to people that the execution into these stocks is happening at really good rate, and there is no issue of liquidity as such. In fact, the stocks which are present into institutional, we do not have any kind of liquidity issue into them. They do give a favorable risk to reward ratios as well. And on an effective video on how to trade cash, this video contains exact information on how somebody should be trading cash. And cash stock trading is really simple and straight, does not involve many complications, because if we just go into FNO, we need to be more precise and find some of the really good logics. And fortunately, we have those things to track the data and the breakouts and everything into real time, so we still get a better accuracy into FNO as well. But cash is pretty simple. You see a stock into institutional, you see a setup, and if you're not getting that at favorable price, we go into broader market, search the peer of that stock. We generally type that stock here, and we will generally be able to land into the sub industry of that particular stock, and we can check what is the performance of the sub industry. If the entire sub industry is having one side moves, and we are always going to be picking stocks which are all along going with the flow of intraday of that particular sub industry, and we'll pick up the stocks which have better participation of people in terms of volume, in terms of orders being executed there, and that stock becomes one of the probable stock that could shoot up or down as per your trade plans. So I'll leave you guys out with this video about cash market, and how you can effectively track cash market, and you can share this video with people, those who are looking to explore the cash segment of our Indian markets. Have a good day, guys.